Thanks. Get creative. Invite me out for an activity. Do something different. Do something that's going to be worth my time and effort. I am taking time out of my evening to meet with you, to go and enjoy your company, to see how things work, if we're compatible. I'm making an effort, so I expect you to make an effort. So don't just assume that I'm going to be able to drop off my child somewhere, because most likely I'm not. So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date. Also, offer to pay for the babysitter. That's going to make me more receptive to want to go and spend my time with you. And another thing, do not just assume that you can invite me and my daughter out. No, I do not introduce my daughter to guys. That's a no-no.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We have an entitled single mother here. She believes a man should pay for her babysitter if he's offering to take her out. How entitled do you have to be to sit up here and think a man is going to pay for the dinner and your babysitter? Oh, whew, the audacity. But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.
So I want to talk about something that's been really, really annoying me lately. This is going to be Icks About Men, but single mom version. So something that's been getting under my skin is men not understanding what it means to be a single mom. So as a single mom, a single working mom, I have my plate full to the maximum, right? I don't have free time. The time that I do have free, I just want to relax. So one, I get it. I'm single. Yes. Do I want to date? Sure. If I meet the right person, right? But if you invite me out for a dinner, or drinks, especially during the weeknight, come on. You know I have things to do. I'm sure you have things to do the next day. I have a child to take care of. I can't just go out late at night just whenever, right? So you have to take that into consideration. So if you're really going to invite me out, one, make it worth my time. And what do I mean by make it worth my time? Just don't invite me out to dinner and drink.
So you want a man to not waste your time, but it sounds like you're trying to waste his time. I mean, you're very picky. You're asking for a little too much. You're telling this man, hey, don't waste my time. Well, don't waste his time, right? He's the one that's trying to take you out. Right? A lot of women say don't waste my time, and it's like, okay, we understand that, right? We understand that. However, a man's time is just as valuable as your time is, right? He's offering to take you out. He put you in his schedule to take you out. Said, hey, you know what? Here, I'm gonna make some time for her, right? Don't waste his time. And this is how a lot of women think. A lot of women believe, man, hey, hey, these niggas are here for me, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, okay, man, listen, of course a man has no choice but to come and pursue you. But to sit up here and come with that, hey, well, I'm the cash prize, hey, man, you gotta freaking go all out, pull all out of stops, man. And I'm gonna be this type of woman that's gonna be, let's just call it for what it is. You think this man is just gonna just bow down to you, get on his knees and say, hey man, yeah, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. Oh man, I'm in love with you. I'm gonna give you boyfriend status off rip. No, no man should do that. That's an imp. That is an imp. But to sit up here and say, hey man, you need to take that into consideration that I have a kid, that we both have something to do tomorrow. Of course. But once again, he is opening up his schedule to take you out. I'm pretty sure if you tell him off rip that you have a child, he will take that in consideration. Okay, hey, I mean, look, she probably got to wake up in the morning or whatever. This is probably the best time that I can take her out. I'm not about to call off work to take this girl out. Unless if you're that special, but you're a single mother and you're this entitled, sis, you're nobody. You're nobody. Come on. That's why you're on TikTok making videos like this now. And now she's saying, well, you know what? And just don't take me out for dinner and drinks. I mean, okay, a man by default has to take you out. But for a lot of your modern women, taking them out to a picnic or going like on an outside date, doing something for free, taking them out for ice cream or going bowling. A lot of your modern women don't like that. They want to go out here and go to these fancy restaurants, try to get the most out of a man that they can. A lot of women, man, go on dates with men just to get a free meal. I mean, we all know this. We all know this.
Thanks. Get creative. Invite me out for an activity. do something different. Do something that's going to be worth my time and effort. I am taking time out of my evening to meet with you, to go and enjoy your company, to see how things work, if we're compatible. I'm making an effort, so I expect you to make an effort. So don't just assume that I'm going to be able to drop off my child somewhere, because most likely I'm not. So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date. Also,
Bullshit. Like, this is why she will continue to be single and continue to make TikToks just like this. You're trying to force a man to pay for a babysitter. That's BS. You're expecting the man to go over here, pick you up, then take you out on a date. So he's going to spend what, $50, $60. Then you want him to spend what, maybe another $100 for a babysitter? So now you're talking about $150? And y'all know what's crazy about this, man? Is the fact that she can literally have 10 men doing the same thing. So let's just say she get 10 guys to do this, right? One guy sitting over here thinking he's the only one, but you got 9 other guys that's probably taking her out, paying for her babysitter, she's getting a free meal. And this is why, and look, here's the thing, right? This is why Myron made his little book, Why Women Deserve Less.
This is the sexual marketplace today. We don't sit here and complain and cry about how women operate. We give you guys fucking solutions. And the only thing you can really do is understand your value and be able to walk away. Let me tell you, motherfucker, son. When's the last time a bitch committed self-deletion because a guy broke up with her?
Oh, shit. Let me see. Never? I don't know. Shit, I don't. If I do, it's not in the news.
Yeah.
I never see it.
Yeah. You guys want to know why? Because women naturally, by the way, look at men as expendable commodities.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally. Women understand that they need to get their needs met. They're hardwired to get their needs met through a man, and they're okay with that man being replaced at any time once he can no longer fulfill her needs. Brute law, motherfuckers. Look it up. There's a reason why women don't hurt themselves because of a breakup. 9 out of 10 times. They might get sad a little bit, right? Especially if the guy initiates a breakup, but they ain't committing no fucking self-deletion.
No. You know why?
They're not.
Someone else is there. About his mindset.
Exactly. There's always another fucking simp right there ready to go. I got you, baby. Yeah.
I'll check you out.
And she'll like that motherfucker. She just ends up using him for some attention, whatever. Then she goes to the guy that's like me that's saying you're fucking dumb on a date. Yep. That's how it goes. Okay, guys? Women cannot respect men that are lower than them or at their level. They want a guy that's better. So what I'm saying is this. Women naturally have an abundance mindset, okay? You need to earn that abundance mindset. You guys want to know why I got banned off fucking TikTok, 2 years ago now at this point?
Misogyny.
The reason why is because I said shit like this. Women deserve less. And I'm not kidding around when I say this shit. In today's day and age, they deserve less. And the reason why is because a lot of you motherfuckers give them more. So I got to come in and give them less because you idiots want to give them more when they haven't fucking earned it. That's why they come in this fucking podcast, act crazy, say the dumb shit that they say. I tell them, yo, you got to leave. Bitches still sitting here and commit crimes on 1080p. This should prove to you guys that Western women are fucking lost.
It's just funny, man, because in a sense, that is why women, in a sense, a lot of your women deserve less because they're able to pull this shit off. Get 9 guys to take you out. Get 5 guys to take you out constantly. And a lot of women feel like they have a lot of women have this type of mentality. I remember asking one girl, I was like, yo, man, let's kick it, whatever. Let's, because I was trying to do something, hey, let's be real. I'm trying to do something with her. And I think she had like 2 or 3 kids, right? So I'm like, hey, because I think she worked third shift. So I'm like, hey, let's go find a spot and let's kick it or whatever. Let's do something. She's gonna sit over here and say, well, are you gonna give me your paycheck? I said, give me my paycheck. But she's sitting over here saying, are you gonna give me my paycheck for you to call off work? For me to call off work? Or whatever. And I'm sitting over here like, you got me fucked up. Like, it'll be a different story if you didn't have any kids or whatever. Right? It'll be a different story if you say, hey man, like, are you gonna at least make it worth my while to at least call off work? But the fact that you got 2 other baby fathers and you can't even ask them for money? You want to ask me for my paycheck? I said, nah, it's just the entitlement. It's just the entitlement, right? It's just the entitlement. Instead of sitting over here saying that, hey, well, shoot, can you at least make it worth my while or something, right? I'm calling off work or whatever. That is fine. To sit over here and ask me for my paycheck and you got 2 other baby fathers, you're tripping. You're tripping. But once again, a lot of women have an entitled mindset. A lot of women have an entitled mindset and they don't see it. This girl is entitled and she's probably had plenty of guys to sit up here and say, hey man, let me take you out and do whatever, right? So in a sense, a lot of you guys are building up her ego. and she's feeling like it's okay to have my kid and other guys pay for this babysitter, because some guys probably did that. It's like, come on, man. We do fuck up by allowing women to have this type of mindset because we enable this behavior.
Offer to pay for the babysitter. That's going to make me more receptive to want to go and spend my time with you. And another thing, do not just assume that you can invite me and my daughter out. No, I do not introduce my daughter to guys. That's a no-no. So there's that. And also, don't just assume that you're going to invite me out for drinks and I'm going to show up. What makes you think that I'm going to put my safety in jeopardy by drinking?
And I get it. She's saying, hey, well, you know, I don't want nobody around my kids. Cool. That's fine. Right? That's fine. But it's funny, though. Like I said, it's just funny that you have a lot of women saying, you know, hey, I want a man that's a family man. I want a man that's going to be involved with my kid or whatever. Because a lot of women might sit over here and sugarcoat it and say, well, you know, I got my own money. I can take care of my own kid, But they're looking for a man that's going to step up and be that father figure to that little girl or to that little boy. She's very arrogant with it. Oh, you're not going to see my kid. But my thing is, right, and like I said, as a mother, you know, you do you. I'm not going to sit over here and say, you know, hey, as a mother, you should, you know, let your kids see the man or whatever. That's your call. That's your kid. But my thing is, though, I would think it's very genuine for a man to say, hey, let me take you and your kid out. I mean, shoot, it's kind of effed up, man. If you sitting over here eating on some steak and he's sitting over here eating the Lunchable, you know what I'm saying? So come take your son out, or let me give him some food or whatever, and you can take it home. But, you know, like I said, I understand how mothers are, but like I said, it's very genuine for a guy to do that. So the fact that you're willing to even turn a guy down like that is crazy. Only in America can women get away with shit like this. Pay for my babysitter, and then I might be more receptive to you. Now, what happened if the date still don't work out? What happened if I sat over here, paid for your babysitter, took you out, did all of this stuff, and we all know we living in a world where women can sit up here and say, hey, they could be married to you for 3 years and say, well, you know what? I don't want to be with this man anymore because, you know, like Tierra Mari.
So it was all of that, you know, together that gave me that, you know, aha moment.
What were you the most afraid of stepping in? Because you're stepping in. Because some people, when you say, oh, my husband and I are going our separate ways, they go, oh, no, oh, that's sad. But you actually see this as
a celebration.
A celebration.
I really do. I look at it as one of my friends, she sent this beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce. And it's all about, you know, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. You know, my marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. Mm-hmm. So that's basically, you know, how I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important.
She says that, hey, I graduated from my marriage. A woman can easily say, I don't want to be in a relationship with a good man anymore. A good man ain't enough. A lot of your women are saying that. She can easily do the same thing. She's a very picky woman. She's high maintenance. She's high maintenance. It's going to take a lot to please this woman. And she has a kid. You will fail in life if you marry this woman. You will fail. That is a fact.
And driving. So unless you're going to offer to pick me up and drop me off or Uber me there and back, it's a no on the drinks during the week. So moral of the story is, come on, guys. If she's a single mom, she already has a lot on her plate. So don't add to her plate. Don't make her life more stressful. Don't make her plan out the date that you want to take her on. Like, that's not going to happen. So all I'm going to say is do better. And to everyone asking me out on freaking dates lately, literally, if the shoe fits, then it fits, okay? That's all I got to say.
And like I said, she is trying to put her burden on someone else. She's trying to put her little bastardized child on another man. And this is why a lot of you men are saying, don't date single mothers. Because a lot of your single mothers have this type of mindset. A lot of you women in general just have this mindset. Not even having a child, but just having this mindset. Feeling like a man owes them something. Come on, man. and then she's saying, you know, hey, I shouldn't have to plan out a date that you asked me out on. A man by default has to plan the date. If a man is planning on taking you out, he has to plan all of that stuff. So if you're attracting guys, man, who don't know how to be a gentleman, if you can't attract guys who at least have some type of emotional sense to be able to say, okay, well, let me open up the door for the girls sometimes, whatever. Then what are you attracting? You're attracting bums, you're attracting pookies, you're attracting guys, man, that women probably shouldn't even be dating. But by default, a man has to provide. By default, a man has to already have something planned out for you. And as I said before, what did I tell you? She's saying you got a bunch of guys saying, hey, let me take you on a date. Once again, boosting her ego. We're just boosting her ego. Guys are just sitting over here boosting their ego. So she's able to have enough confidence to fix her mouth to say some dumbass shit like this. A lot of my women in America, they gotta stop this, bro. They gotta stop this because she's a young single mother. So she's able to get every single guy she really wants. If you want to be technical, she's probably able to get any guy she wants until she hits 30s, 40s, and 50s. Then her standards are gonna start to drop. She's gonna become more realistic, right? She's not realistic at all in this situation, at all. Besides having a man seeing her kid. But outside of that, it's like, dude, everything that you're saying is unrealistic. But y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.